Wait, you have to be quiet.
Oh, I thought
Shut
you,
up.
me,
I have
you
it
wanted me to
recorded.
sing
No.
it. To Trace Tea.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Trace Tea, where the conversation is always tasty. This week's episode, we're going to talk about some of the struggles, the hardships, and successes that I found when looking for a place in downtown Toronto. So, just in case you guys weren't aware, Toronto is one of the hottest places to live within Canada. But with being one of the hottest places comes a fire price to live there. So to start, a lot of places look for a lot of things in Toronto. So a lot of landlords and rental agencies look for a credit check, 2 pieces of ID, employment check, pay stubs to make sure that you're able to afford the apartment, and the list goes on and on depending on where you're looking and what the landlord specifically wants. So, using the entertainment district as the core of downtown Toronto, those prices are going to be the most inflated and the most expensive because of what they have around, as well as the accessibility to different things like the Rogers Centre, different places to eat, and that's typically seen as the most downtime you can get in Toronto. So, with that being said, the further out you go from the entertainment district, the cheaper your prices are going to be, but the accessibility to different things downtown may not be as easy as it would be provided you live in the entertainment district. So to give you a bit of an example, a bachelor apartment in downtown Toronto in the entertainment district can range anywhere between $1,800 all the way up to $3,000 when looking at places like the Shangri-La, which is in downtown Toronto. But when you're looking at places such as North York or a little bit more on the shallower end of Scarborough, prices are a little bit more deflated, looking at $1,000 to $1,200 for a bachelor apartment, still including the same things, but again, the accessibility to downtown may not be as easy provided you already live there. Using social media platforms like I used was a very, very easy and accessible way to find out information about where to go, where to look, how much things are, and what's accessible to me provided I lived in that area. So for example, I'm moving in with one of my roommates, one of my really close friends, Jesse, so right off the bat, I needed a 2-bedroom apartment. I also just got 2 new dogs, aka Maserati and Porsche, if you haven't seen them, they're in my last video. So it needed to be pet friendly. We wanted to have a semi-furnished house that included utilities, internet, hydro, and everything. We just wanted to pay for everything up front so that we didn't have any expenses to worry about. So using social media platforms and the internet like Facebook groups and Kijiji, I was able to narrow down my search to find out everything that I was looking for pertaining to the 2-bedroom thing, pet-friendly environment, and so on and so forth. So right off the bat, from my fingertips, I was able to look at places without having to actually physically go to Toronto to figure out what I wanted and needed for myself and Jesse. Google Maps was also very, very important when figuring out a place to live. It enabled me to see what was around me relating to where to eat, because I'm always hungry, where to turn up, because I'm always lit, in addition to what subway stations were close to me, as well as what TTC runs around my area to get to and from work as well. So keep that in mind. Anyways guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode of Trace Tea, where the conversation is always tasty. Provided you have any more questions, or you want me to send you some of the resources that I used for moving downtown, feel free to slip into my email me, and I'll be sure to get back to you, or comment on the description below, and I'll get back to you with a quick comment as well. See you guys next week when I actually vlog my place in Toronto to show you what I got, how much it was, and how lit it's gonna be. See you guys next week.